Well, we always keep talking about it. Always make sure you know what's in your path before you start cutting a new area. Yep, sometimes you overlook stuff. Boy, that blade is twisted. I don't know what that was. I guess that was probably some bamboo that hit that. Hey guys, how y'all doing today? Hope everybody's doing great. You're having a wonderful day, had a wonderful day. Glad to see y'all again. Yeah, we hit something real bad, and it bent this blade, and it actually bent all this metal, all the crud, but I just got through bending that all back out. I thought I'd bring y'all along with, I needed new blades, but this is an older lawnmower. This is a Sears 1000 42-inch cut. I started looking to getting some new blades, and they're about $20 or something. And I was like, well, you know, it's probably about time to maybe change these hubs that they spin on. So instead of spending, I think it was 20 something dollars, close to $30 for a couple blades I was finding for this 42-inch cut, I looked around and I found on Amazon you can get like both the blades, 2 new hubs that they spin on, the pulleys that go on top, and a belt for about $60. So we're going to see if that little, you know, cheapish kit, I mean, I thought $60 was pretty decent for it, because I think a long time ago I replaced a hub like this on an old Sears lawnmower I had, and I think that thing was like $30 or $40 alone back then. But you know, I didn't probably budget shop very well back then either.
It's cheaper than buying a whole new deck.
Well, the deck is getting pretty beat up too. We've beat this thing up. In the kit it came with 2 of the new hubs with the new bolts to bolt on the blades, new bolts for the pulleys that go on top of it, and a new belt. So I thought for $60 it wasn't bad, so we're going to see if it's going to be worth it or not. So I guess let's get started breaking these rusty bolts all apart, because I don't think nothing's been changed in a long time. Okay, so we've got a little protective cover that sits on this, and I didn't get the kit. I think there was another kit that actually came with these 2 little tension pulleys to replace too, but I mean, I don't know, they're seeming like they're working pretty good. So of course, before you start, you know, I haven't taken my belt off. On a lot of lawnmower decks you've got like a little diagram that normally shows how the belt runs. If not, I just try to memorize it or take a picture of it so that, you know, you don't get confused later on, because I've done that before. There we go. Put the belt out of the way. Make sure you be careful grabbing your blade when you try to take off this pulley, because definitely don't want to get your hands all cut up. One old pulley, 2 old pulleys. Yeah, make sure you're always careful when you're trying to take these blades off, because like when you get these fine thin blades that get eaten up and stuff, you know, you can kind of grab that blade with your hand a little bit if it's not on there too tight. But you got to be careful so that those little sharp edges, you know, they'll get you. Probably better to wear gloves. Well, I don't need them now. Now I'll probably still save these hubs. Of course, there's nothing I can really do with that one blade. That blade's pretty shot as well. But that one's not too bad, but that way, you know, you've got a spare on backup, you know. 2 is 1, 1 is none. What?
But we're replacing them because they're bad.
No, we're replacing them because we thought, since we're going to have it all pulled apart, and it came with a kit, they're not bad, they're not shot.
You should have a section in the shop of stuff I've taken off of things that I might want to use again later.
Oh, I got boxes of that stuff. I'm going to spray a little WD-40 on some of this stuff. If you like coming along, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe and share with all your friends, please. Always helpful to have a little cheater bar. Just got to make sure you keep it good and straight so that you don't bend off and strip your bolts though.
Like that?
Or when they're rusty enough, they just break right on off. Well, that hub's not going to be worth anything. That was the better hub. It was working better. And that one's broke too. Yeah, I figured a lot. These have been on here forever. This is an old lawnmower, so. Alright. Of course, remember how your brackets go on and attach.
Coffee's getting cold.
Oh yeah, where is that? How would you work on that one? I'm gonna go find a wire brush.
Oh my God.
It's not that hard.
How are you turning this? Oh my gosh. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work. You're coming back, right?
Huh?
I can't get it. It hurts. Well, and it's floppy. That doesn't help. No.
Use the cheater bar.
Ow. I'm just here to fill your coffee.
Wow.
Oh yeah, make it look easy.
I'm using the cheater bar.
But you weren't when you handed it to me.
Yeah, but that's why I handed it to you. It was getting rough. Well, I know you're stronger than I am.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. There's our hubs. Of course, the kit would have been nice if it recame with some of these new guards that go around there, because these things are
And really
beaten up
bad
real
shape.
bad too. But like I said, this is an old lawnmower I got used.
Well, look at that one. That's half gone.
Yeah. Yeah. They're beat up like crazy.
Can you order new ones?
Probably could. I'm pretty sure, you know, everything's got a part.
Can we hammer some of those dents back into shape?
Oh yeah. So, you know, just clean up the area. That makes life a little easier, just to put it all back together and fit good. But you know, it's always something when you're trying to plan on doing everything around your homestead. And you always got to stop to make a small repair here and there. Alright. I like to always put just like a little bit of lube, WD-40 or something on there. Just, it helps to thread it easier and things like that. Alright. Put our safety cover on. I'm thinking this doesn't quite match up completely. Off just a hair.
Can you drill it out?
Yeah. Well, that's one problem I think we just found. It doesn't quite, well, on this one, I'm going to check this other side just to see if it's just a little finicky. But it doesn't look like all the holes line up just perfect. Yeah, it looks like, well, it was cheap. And with 2 bolts in, see, it's just a hair bit off.
You drill it out?
I guess what you got to do is to make it kind of work. So it fit the model and everything, but you know, that was one thing you always got to worry. You got to look at is it could be off just that little hair. So I think if I just widen out one of the holes just a hair bit, should work out just great. So I just did it a drill bit that was about 2 sizes bigger to go all the way around. Don't want to forget putting our little spring holder in there that we almost did. And so then also too, when you're putting your blades on, make sure you put them back on correctly as well, because you want to have it to where when the deck would sit down, that little cutting edge is going to be up to this direction. Bolt on the pulley.
Do you want gloves?
That's a lot smoother. Yeah, it seems like it's spinning pretty evenly, so voila! There's one.
That's the thing that holds the spring.
Yeah, this is a little bracket that mounts on here. It fits in that little vent. And it holds a spring to give the tension for the belt.
Is it possible to over tighten those?
Oh yeah, you don't want to ever over crank, and I definitely stay on this stuff too. Yeah, that's a lot smoother.
That's
Looks
nice.
like it's working pretty good. Woohoo! Look at there. All right. Hey, look, little elf came over here and put that on. All right, so the belt is kind of like in a little bit of a V, which fits, you know, in your pulleys, right? So that way you don't want to put it on with the flat side going into your pulley. You want to have it
Okay, I see.
with the V going in there. So.
Well, would it have been easier to put the belt on before the cover?
No.
Okay.
And then, of course, you still go by my diagram. Goes straight across the back. It'll curve back behind that part. That way the V stays in that pulley. Comes back around. The flat side goes on this one tension pulley. That's your tension pulley once you hook it back up to the deck. And this one goes back behind over here. And the flat side will hit on the back of this flat pulley. See, you got your V-shaped pulleys and then your flat pulleys. And then this V fits onto the long one. So that when you have tension, ours has a deal that pulls the tension back this way. Then they just, you know, spin. Whee. All right, now that's changing out those little pulley hubs, the pulleys and the blades on the deck. Now I'll go grab the lawnmower and we'll wrestle with getting this thing all back underneath it and hooking it up to all the little spots. So, be right back.
Going into this.
Where's it over here too? All right, hopefully y'all kind of figured out something. It's all pretty basic stuff if you kind of know how to tinker around anyway. So I just thought it'd be just a nice experience just to bring along, just to see kind of what we're due and what can kind of pop up, you know, on a daily basis, just around your place. So y'all have a great and safe one. Y'all be careful. Can't wait to see y'all till next time. Later.